Edit her out, Gene. Edit her out. Okay. That's gonna be the sign.
Yeah.
All right. So this week on Rated F for football. So we're going to talk about the Titans game and we're going to talk about the Bears game. So the Titans went up against the Bills. I just want everybody to know that on last week's episode, I'm not going to say any names, but somebody picked the Bills and said that the Titans didn't have a chance. Me and Wayne went with the Titans, and the Titans won. What do you think about that game, Austin?
It was a good game.
How does it feel not to have faith in your team?
I mean, they lost to the Jets.
That was past.
It still happened, and that's nothing to be proud of.
About like a girl's past?
Probably.
I think the Titans played really well. They fought really hard. We lost some good players, though.
Right, like a lot of defensive players.
There was 5 of them that got really
like
hurt.
God.
Taylor Warren got knocked out. I mean, he's on
Injury
concussion,
reserve, concussion protocol.
Yeah, there you
If
go.
Derrick Henry doesn't win MVP, I don't know who deserves it.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. I'm telling you.
He is a generational running back.
He is breaking more records every. It's just unreal what he's doing. I mean, he's already up to almost 800 yards, and we're only 6 games in the season.
He's got 10 touchdowns.
And 10 touchdowns.
He's got 3 games with 3 touchdowns.
And it's going to be a 17-game season.
Yes. But I think he's going to hit 2,000 before we, let's go back on 2,000 yard per year. I don't know what you call it. O.J. Simpson was the first one to rush for 2,000
He did it in
yards.
14 games.
He done it in 14 games. And right now, Henry is on pace to do it in 14 games.
Well, O.J. was running from both the football and the police, so...
No, that come after.
I think he rushed for more yards.
Nah.
The Patriots almost signed him after that.
Because, see, he had that Hertz commercial where he was running in it, too, I don't know if y'all ever seen that commercial.
I'm not sure. I saw OJ in the police squad.
I'm just talking about my age. But he had commercials for Hertz to suitcases and all that. And he was constantly running in that.
The OJ documentary everyone talks so highly about.
I actually got to watch it. I was so anxious to come home from Cherokee just to watch that. It was okay. Let's move on. I'm talking about my age right here. No, but Henry is something else. He's a force to be reckoned with, and he's got nobody. I think the next running back behind him that's even close to him is like
Chubb.
178 yards difference.
It's Nick Chubb. He's got 500 and something, but he also missed a game.
And he ran 147 yards with just 20 carries.
Right.
So he's an amazing player, and I'm really proud of the Titans. We got another big task coming up, even though the Chiefs aren't.
Don't act like it's gonna be easy.
No, I didn't say it was going to be easy. Even though the Chiefs aren't playing up to their standards, it's still going to be a hard game.
They beat the crap out of Washington. The Chiefs.
Only in the second half. The first half they sucked.
Like Tennessee was doing good the first half.
I'm just saying. You said they beat the crap out of them, but
Well, hey, I didn't know that Derrick Henry pumped
so
you're
one-sided. You're one-sided dimensional person that looks.
I just know never have faith in your team because you'll always be disappointed if you do so.
Then it's not your team.
He sounds like he should be a Bears fan. Or Lions or Browns. Lions.
Well, we accuse them of being a Lions fan.
Lions. See, you
I
see.
still don't
What about your Bears? Let's talk about your Bears for last week.
The only thing really to talk about is Aaron Rodgers saying, "I still own you," and that's true. That's the coolest thing. I wish that we had a quarterback to be able to do something that was definitely an alpha move. And our owners need to feel that. It needs to be all over the news. Our owners need to feel it. Our coaches need to feel it because it needs to change. I really thought we had a chance in our first drive. We looked really good. We came out and scored, and we were running the ball really good. And then our defense stepped up, and I really, really feel that the bad ref calling, and I don't really talk about that much, but like we had a touchdown comeback, even though we did score on that drive. We had a touchdown comeback over this holding penalty that wasn't holding. Like even Packers fans would tell you that it wasn't holding. So, and then there was a play where Justin Fields thought it was um, a offsides call. So he did what Aaron Rodgers does. He just throws it down the field because he thought it was offsides. Well, they didn't throw the flag. So it was the typical refs and Green Bay Packers versus the Bears. They're the better team, but I just don't think anything in Chicago changes until we get another coach.
See, I agree with you on some of that. As far as calls not being made on the opposite team when Aaron Rodgers, I mean, you see that not just with the Bears, but you see it all the time.
Right.
And then the next play, Aaron Rodgers could do the same play,
right.
and it get called for him.
Aaron Rodgers grabbed this guy by the face mask. Like after the play was done, he didn't get the call, but the other guy got the call.
See,
and it's
I just don't like players. I don't care if it's quarterback, running backs, even if it's on my team. I don't like them when they make a score and they doing something to the fans like that, or even to another player.
Right.
Why not just do your job? If you run for a touchdown, let that be it.
Right.
How many times have y'all seen Derrick Henry run in for a touchdown or run a 70, 80, 90-yard touchdown and do some stupid stuff like that?
That's understandable.
That's why I don't like Baker Mayfield. Not that he's not good. It's just the way he handles himself when I just don't like it. I don't like any player like that.
As of today, I want that to happen because I'm hoping that moment changes our team.
So,
if it doesn't change our team the next time we play Green Bay, if we don't go to Lambeau Field and absolutely destroy them, and they're the better team, but something like that in a rivalry game will make the worst teams play great.
Yeah.
So if this is the tide turning, then could be the greatest moment in Bears history. But if we go and lose the next 2-3 games to Green Bay, then it's just gonna.
Y'all play them twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this: what y'all's opinion on this new rule that come out here where you can't taunt and all that? Is that not taunting?
Right.
I
so
mean,
that's
is
two
that
times he didn't get a taunting.
Why is that not taunting? You're
that's
taunting
to a player. That's not to the fans. That taunting is to a player.
Let's see. I think
which it shouldn't be a rule anyway.
Well, I agree. To
if it was a real rivalry, though, if it was old back in the day, the Bears would have got on the field and went off after that.
Yeah, but I don't get that. You're going to taunt the fans, but the fans can't taunt you or anything like that. But yet you can't taunt a player. That's
right.
You just made a play.
The way I see,
I mean, that's a double.
If it was in the '80s and Aaron Rodgers ran in there and Steve Mongo McMichael heard him saying that,
he'd have been nailed.
Man, and I just think that's the difference in our team too.
It's just like what's T.O.
Mm-hmm.
when he stood on the star or like that, and they come out and tackled his ass.
Yes,
Not the first time, but the second time they done it.
Did the same thing.
Yeah. And even last year, I mean, we done it to the Ravens because that's a big rival between us as those. I mean, that's been for years.
Right.
And we stood on there, and that's when my variable and coach from the Ravens. Harbaugh, yeah, that's when they had words.
Well, I mean, the Ravens got the last laugh on that one.
On the last game, yeah. But
all right, guys. So
let's move on.
For this past week, we're gonna go on our win totals. Then we're gonna talk about if anybody got a crazy pick right. Okay, so
there was no crazy picks.
No crazy picks.
So last week, James and Austin both tied at 10 games of winning, and I went back 2 more games. So I'm on a roll going backwards. I've got 8, and both of them got 10. But there was no crazy game picked,
Hmm.
which your crazy game was the Lions,
And they got destroyed.
and my crazy game was the Bears,
Hmm.
and Austin's crazy game was Panthers.
Oh,
Panthers.
Sam Darnold ain't nothing without McCaffrey.
Right.
God, he's so bad.
One thing for everyone to remember is Baker Mayfield will not be playing this week because it's got a hurt shoulder.
He might not. Will Jarvis ain't
No.
playing, and Odell needs to be traded because he don't do nothing on the freaking Browns.
But what if Casey Keenum is good with the Browns?
Yeah, but they got some other key players that's out too. That's going to hinder them. So, but that's I'm just putting that out on.
I for real want to know why.
Well, let's
Odell
go
is
ahead
so
and go
bad on
into
the
our
Browns.
picks for week 7.
7. We're in
Week
week 7 already.
Gosh, that is so unreal. Week 7.
Yeah, it's like it takes forever to get here, and once it's here, it's just boom,
Bam,
boom,
bam,
boom.
bam. Yep.
So after this, we got 10 more games left in the season.
Wow. All right, so
All right, let me
week
get that
1.
written down.
Homers with the Braves on
And
top.
it's going to be the Titans versus the Chiefs.
Yes.
Mhm. And it's going to be a very high scoring game because they both have terrible defenses.
Our defense has improved a whole lot.
You know, I'm going the Titans
Let me get
over
to
the Chiefs because Patrick Mahomes is getting involved with so many things outside of football. He's got girlfriend issues.
Got
He's got a
family
brother
issues.
thing going
Oh,
on.
did you step?
I am rolling with the Tennessee Titans coming off beating Buffalo.
And I am going with I'm sticking with my team. I really think we're on a roll. Our defense has improved. Our offensive line has improved. Now we do have Taylor Lewan that may or may not play. I don't look for him to play because he was really knocked out. They hauled him off the field with a cart, but he is up walking around and talking. He had an interview the other day, yesterday I think it was. No, today, this morning. He seemed all right, but I don't look for him to play because they take that serious.
Right.
And they do have a coach that takes it serious because he was a player, so he knows how the healing goes. And I don't think they're having play. And our backup, one that filled in for him, a few series, and he was where he needed to be. There was a few series that he's messed up getting back out there, but because he usually plays right, and he was playing left for Taylor Lewan, but he done good. So I look for him to play again, but I'm rolling with my Titans. I know you're a Patrick Mahomes fan.
No, I just think he's good, which he is good.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know Julio's hurt, so
Yeah, Julio's hurt again. Same injury.
he might not play.
So what are you rolling with, Austin?
Derrick Henry, 57 carries, 500.
Bam!
Yeah,
We
I'll
are
go with the
going Titans across the board.
I mean, if their defense looked half as bad as against
They
Now,
are.
here's the thing: what a lot of people don't realize about Kansas City, and I heard this years ago when they had, I can't even remember the running back's name, but Larry
Jamal
Johnson and
Charles.
they had Larry Johnson and them, and remember they had that killer. This was like 10 years ago. They said Kansas City has some of the best records in November and December. So I see Kansas City faltering, but picking it up right in the end.
Well, I
That's
think
just how I
And
feel.
I'll have to say the same thing about the Titans because that's when Henry gets really going. It's kind of like in a game. The first half, he just, but then he wears down on the team. And then on the second half, he's just tearing them up. And I think that's throughout the
I
year.
feel
We're
like
going
that.
Kansas City.
I
man.
feel like that Titans game could be the game of the year because the defenses are so bad and their offenses are so great that it might be like 50-50 tied overtime. Like,
All right.
Let's
so,
just throw out on bye this week with the Steelers, the Bills, the Chargers, Jaguars, Vikings, and Cowboys are on bye weeks this week. Let's see who does your Bears play.
the Bears play the Tampa Bay
Lord.
Buccaneers.
Oh me.
crazy pick, I'm going Bears because they beat them last year.
You know what's funny is I would go Bears if Nick Foles was our starting quarterback. You know, this might be the first game of the year that I don't pick my Bears. You know, that's kind of
Really?
possibly. I mean, are you going to go all 17 with Titans?
Yeah,
No,
because I got
Mm.
faith. I got faith in my team.
I have a 100%
because
guaranteed.
I believe in my
non-Titans
coach, in my coaching staff,
Right.
and I believe in my players. You got coaching issues. You may have good
Right.
players, but you got coaching issues, which trickles
pick.
down
There's
to
one game
which
that I
trickles
will
down to
100%
having,
not pick the Titans. on.
Akeem Hicks is out. Damian Williams are backup running backs on a COVID. Raquan Smith, not Raquan, but Robert Quinn, our other linebacker opposite of Khalil Mack, is going to be out.
so you're picking the Bears.
I just think that.
Crazy pick.
Okay.
Oh my lord!
I'm picking the Bucks.
Tom Brady looking like an MVP this year.
I know it
And
hurts to go against you.
I just think Tom Brady will absolutely destroy us for us beating him last year.
You know, I forgot about them beating. You know,
We won last year. I mean, guys, lightning.
I remember it now.
Is lightning going to strike twice? I'm going to come back to it, but I think I am rolling Bucks.
All right, I can leave you blank.
Okay.
And then
But you
they'll-
heard me. I said Bucks if I don't change my mind or nothing.
Okay, yeah, we got it all. Okay, let's go with the
I'll have to keep up on the injury reports.
Broncos and the Browns for the same reason
Ooh.
I've discussed about Baker Mayfield being out. I'm going to go with the Bucks
It's not the Bucks.
or the Broncos. I'm sorry, I'm going with the Broncos.
I'm good. I'm still doing Browns. The
I'm rolling
Broncos.
Browns.
Broncos are frauds.
I think Casey Keenum's going to come in and give some of that old school Baker that's decent, which is great for the Browns. And he's going to have a different feel than what they're going to be seeing on game tape. So I'm rolling with the Browns.
The Browns need to trade Odell.
But
He don't
Broncos-
have anything. on
Broncos
that team.
is another team that they're not going to lose every week.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're going with the Browns,
Yeah.
and you're going with the Browns.
Yeah.
This is a week I'm going to get ahead.
Hey, we got to make them differences.
All right, and then we got the Panthers and the Giants.
Oh wow, what a game!
God.
Panthers.
Yeah, I like it.
Who is the Giants quarterback this
Mike
week?
Glennon, the GOAT.
Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers. Even though Sam Darnold is kind of trash all of a sudden.
Well, like you made a good point about his running game. If McCaffrey ain't playing,
He has
then
no one to get the ball off.
They actually put him on injury reserve.
Who?
I mean,
McCaffrey.
he's good, but man, he stays injured.
So you're
all
going with
the
Panthers
time.
too? I need to-
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
I
rolling
just wanna
Panthers.
I need to
know,
get a clipboard.
What
I
does the
don't like-
Panthers front office be doing when they pay a running back $20 million to play 3 games?
Right.
And
Like,
when,
that can't
when
be
are they
okay.
going to play Stephen Gills, or what's his name?
Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore from, they picked him up.
I liked him.
Yeah, he was number 1 last year.
That was one of
Panthers,
best
or
corners.
the Patriots just couldn't afford him.
Right.
I think they tried to rework his contract,
Right.
but he wouldn't agree to it because that was his way out of
either
there.
way, they still could have done more than a freaking 6th-round draft pick.
Well, at that point, I mean, if you don't want to play for him, there's teams would be best. like get rid of him.
Belichick just likes when he gets a quarterback in the 6th round. That's all.
Yeah, don't make fun of Belichick.
It was a joke about getting Tom Brady. That
He's probably the best coach out there. All right, let's go on
he
to
wants bomb tradie.
Jets and the Patriots.
Patriots by a mile. I'm a huge Mac Jones fan. The quarterback that I would have chose is also one of the most mature rookies playing. He's playing smart. His stats are okay. He's not throwing bombs, but you know what? He's in the middle of that pack. He's, Justin Fields might have this big play every now and then, but Mac Jones is getting the ball down the field. He's playing smart football. He is my pick for the best quarterback coming out of the class.
Yeah, I'll have to bite my bullet because I thought yours was, but the more I'm looking at it, what I'm seeing is Jones is, and it could be because you're coaching.
100%.
You know,
100%. I agree.
I'm
I
actually
don't
starting to
agree.
lean more towards Trey Lance. He looks really good.
He does look good, but I don't agree with you go out and you look at these college quarterbacks and you like what they're doing, then you bring them to your team, and then you try and change what they're doing.
Right. 100%.
And that freaking, if it was me, it would confuse the hell out of me. If I'm used to playing this way, and then you want me to play another way.
Right.
Is that why Mario
It's like, why
looks
didn't you
so
just
bad?
draft a quarterback that
Yeah,
does that?
I
Why you
always
gotta be
say
mean?
that's why I think Mariota didn't work out because I love the guy.
Right.
I love the guy, and I really think he could have. Because that first year, man, he was playing the way he was playing in college.
Right. Right.
Oregon.
And then
Right.
we had 4 or 5 different offensive coordinators that tried to change every time we got one. They tried to change him and mold him into something else. And,
Right.
He only ever had that one. What's that
he
tight
was a
end's
runner.
name?
I mean, can you imagine taking Michael Vick, knowing he's a runner, or even Lamar Jackson, and saying, you don't run no more, you stay in the pocket and you throw the ball? What's going to happen?
We're gonna
what
put
will
you in
happen
a
to-
Peyton Manning offense.
Whoa.
And Lamar, don't get me wrong, Lamar Jackson can throw the ball, and he's
Right.
accurate, and he's
Right.
good. I don't like him personally, but he's good. Can you imagine just making him stick in the pocket
Right.
and not have them legs running?
I
Right.
think Michael
Right
Vick
now-
would still be good, honestly. Like,
No, he's probably not. He's probably health-wise, he's not.
Are you
Or not
picking?
health-wise.
that's not
but-
what I meant. I think he'd still be good if he didn't run.
But I mean, I don't know. It's just that's
That-
just the
that-
way I look at things, the way I see
I
things.
think that's why I'm not big on Trey Lance, is because I kind of see his ceiling being Mitch Trubisky, is a guy that did not play much out of college. So, but he's got a good coach.
Who, Trey Lance.
Hmm He didn't. He only played like a handful of games in college.
Wrong.
Hot take,
But
the best
Trey
quarterback.
Lance is the one with
49ers.
no. Trey Lance ain't. Is Trey?
Yes, that's Trey Lance.
Who's the one that's with Dolphins?
Tua.
No, not Dolphins. Jags.
Oh,
It's Trevor.
Trevor
Lawrence.
Trevor hasn't even been playing good though. Because he's getting destroyed.
I think he's the second best quarterback.
Nah.
I think you're right,
In 5 years.
but they're going to ruin him because of the
Oh
coaching.
yeah, they're going to ruin him.
In 5
They need to
years,
fire
it's gonna
Urban Meyer
be,
and get another guy in there.
in 5 years, it's gonna be Kyle Trask, the guy who went to the Buccaneers in like the 5th
Or
round.
fire him and go over there and get the coordinator for the Cowboys.
Cowboys
So
look
who's your
good.
pick on the?
Patriots.
Oh, I thought you were going with the Jets,
Thought he was going to go with the Jets.
Why would I go with the Jets?
so we can get a game.
Only team that the Jets could
All right.
possibly lose to would be the
And
Titans.
the ball games are going to suck this week because we got Packers against the Washington team.
No, their defense was supposed to be so good.
Boy, they laid down a lot. the
Like
past
last
couple of
year, it was
weeks.
so good, and then
You know,
So we're gonna go with you because I think you're trailing from us. Who are you picking out of this one?
the football team versus the Green Bay Packers. The Packers, obviously.
out.
Like, why would I ever pick Washington?
Why would you not? Any given Sunday, right?
Any given Sunday.
Yeah, unless
They're on
any
a
given
two
Sunday
two
has
game
Aaron
losing
Rodgers.
streak.
So you got the pick.
I heard Aaron Rodgers say he owns you.
You got
Wish
the
you
you
did.
got the prickers this week.
The Perus?
The prickers. Prick.
Yeah, I'm going to the
gotcha.
part owner of the Chicago Bears,
That's
Green Bay
gonna be a
Packers.
boring game.
Okay, and
I don't want to, but I can't.
this is
be.
gonna be my crazy pick. I am picking the Washington football team.
Let's hope Wayne is right. He would deserve both those points 100%.
I want to see a picture. You know when Big Ben lost in the wild card against the Browns? I want to
He's
see
sitting
Aaron.
there.
I want to see Aaron Rodgers doing the same thing. That would be hilarious.
I don't think Green Bay goes to the Super Bowl
No, they're going to the NFC
and
Championship.
losing
That's gonna be my crazy pick.
to Tom Brady.
Oh, what a boring game!
All right. Then the next one is gonna be the Falcons and the Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Matt Ryan.
The goat, man. Yes, yeah.
I'm going Falcons now. From what I'm hearing, Deshaun Watson will be showing up in Miami. So whoever is the quarterback in Miami,
Should still
this will
be.
be their last game.
Yeah, Do they run the same system that?
Said it was gonna
So I
be.
kind of think
They said
that
it was gonna be a 3-way.
I think the Falcons are going to show up and show out.
Man, the Dolphins.
Bottom
Both-
5 in scoring defense. So
both
that's why I
teams-
kind of think the Falcons will be.
Yeah, because I mean, how do you
Matt
go
Ryan
against
has got the
Matt
brains.
Ryan against a? Is he a rookie quarterback in
No.
Dolphins?
Two.
No,
If
Two.
is Tua starting?
but no, he's not
Yeah.
starting. He's hurt.
No,
See?
he's not. He's starting. He started yesterday. He started last week.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins are dysfunctional now. This
Yeah,
week
I'm
they
going
got
with the
I'm
Falcons.
going with Falcons too. The Dolphins lost to the Jaguars. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, they're dysfunctional.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
hard one.
I know who I'm picking.
I know who I'm picking too, but I can see it go either way.
100%.
It's gonna be. It should be a good game too.
I'm gonna have to have me a little bit or something.
Oh, okay. I mean,
If we can get
I got you.
like a clipboard and
Uh-huh.
just have like one of those little lights on it,
Right.
it'd be great. All right, Bengals in a